I honestly, dude, like they're my favorite developer now,
Mm.
but here's what I would say, and I want to have a friendly discussion about this.
Mm.
I feel like even if they had all of the complexity, like a game like Disco Elysium has a shit ton of complexity, right?
Mm.
So many layers of things that build onto each other in a very complex story. But Disco Elysium and other CRPGs, they still did not get to the level.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Metaverse
Yeah.
Degen. I'm Lion. Oop, and then we introduce the Raptor.
I'm Old Man Raptor, and our guest is to be you, sir.
Me. I'm a YouTube person. Ani311. I make content. Yeah. Not really anymore. I don't know.
Mm.
No one gives a shit. No one fucking cares about me. So
What do you mean
that's
no one
fine.
cares? I care.
I was surprised when you reached out because I know Vinny talked to you, but I was like, you want to talk to me?
Mm.
I don't fucking do anything, but okay, awesome. So I guess is this my time to talk about myself?
Go ahead. What do you do?
To embellish? Oh, all
Embellish
right.
yourself.
Sweet. This is what it's like to be famous. Fuck yeah. I feel like I'm on like Joe Rogan or something. This is sick. So yeah. I've been making YouTube videos for a long time, since like the inception of the website, but I've had so many different channels, but I deleted basically every single one. But I've been making videos for a long time. Game reviews, stop motions, animations, all kinds of stuff. I've been on the website.
Whoa.
My most recent channel is actually a couple years old. Ani311, that's who I identify as now. That's been around for about 2 years now. I was uploading stop motion videos to that, doing like kind of crappy. Yeah. I was doing kind of crappy like reanimations of like Angry Video Game Nerd episodes, and like, have you ever seen Angry Video Game Nerd?
I've seen bits and pieces of them, but not a whole lot.
What about like Oni Plays? You know about Oni Plays?
Heard of them, but don't know a lot. Fair warning, I'm going to make a huge admit here, but I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube content in terms of like gaming stuff. I'm one of those people that spends way too much time going, tech, cool shit, research for stuff we're going to talk about, and I'm boring.
Dude, let me tell you, you are lucky. You're lucky. That's probably why I have the brain rot that I have like right now. That's probably why, because of the type of content that I watch. But so I would take like episodes of like Let's Plays and stuff, and I would reanimate it. And then from there, I started making game reviews again on my channel. But about a year or so ago, most of that stuff is gone now from my channel. I had to, for personal reasons, I had to kind of remove my visible self from the internet. Because, you know, like I would have my real life self standing there talking about video games. And I was like, I don't know if I want this out there. So yeah, but that's where I am now. With YouTube. I haven't really made anything in a long time. AlteredEvil is a separate story, and I guess I'll get to that in a little bit. But as for what I'm doing now on my channel, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe making like, does anyone here care about Pokemon cards? Does anyone here like Pokemon in any fashion?
I haven't touched
maybe
Pokemon cards since I was a kid, but over my closet, I have a 20-year-old Pokemon book that's held together by duct tape with cards that are probably 21 to 22 years old. And it sits there.
Elmer's glue?
Nope, duct tape. The book fell apart
glue.
because I kept on opening as a kid, but everything in there is in really good condition.
Damn.
Although I can't guarantee anything in there is good.
Sweet.
Because I was a kid, but I still kept it.
Dude, you're sitting on a gold mine, dude. You're sitting on a gold mine. You should flip that immediately. You're gonna be like the next Logan Paul.
I'm gonna wait till those are older, or maybe now's a good time
Yeah,
because of the hype
like
for
even
it.
older.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. It'll be one of
That's
those
true.
things where I guarantee you that
Flip
at
it.
some point they'll be worth money when I'm older, and I can just hand it off to whatever poor children I have.
Yeah. Be like, here's my shit. Here's my shit. Go sell it. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm into Pokemon cards right now. I change my interests so often, and that's precisely why I'm not good at maintaining my content, is because my interests change so much. So, you know, maybe one day you'll see a stop motion video, maybe another day a game review, maybe another day I will be talking about fucking children's card game, maybe. So, I don't know. So that's my channel. I don't know what it is. But with Altered Evil, that's a band I'm in, by the way. VR band Altered Evil. You guys should probably actually maybe care about that thing and not my channel, because this is an actual VR thing. So Altered Evil is led by my buddy Vinny. He reached out to me about a year and a half ago. We've known each other now. Super awesome. He saw my review of Angry Video Game, not review, sorry, my reanimation or whatever of Angry Video Game Nerd. And he was like, "That was awesome, man!" In his like weird gremlin voice that he does. Dude, that was so awesome. Do you want to be in my band? And I was like, yeah. It didn't happen that immediately. We worked together and like we worked together on a couple other projects before then. But yeah, so I helped him out with some videos. He helped me out with some videos. We became, I feel like, very good friends. It's been a while since I've had a friend as good as him, in real life or otherwise. So I'm happy to be in Altered Evil. We make music videos, mostly rock music. We have some, kind of lighter, less heavy music that we make as well. But it's been great. I play Motley. That's this guy. That's the avatar I am. So that's my persona there. But yeah, we also have another channel. Gonna fucking, what's the word when you're trying to like sell yourself? What is it?
Plugging?
Promoting?
Promoting?
Plugging. That's exactly the, yeah. Like, what's the dirty version of promoting? Plugging. I'm gonna plug my shit. Funded64. So we have Altered Evil, which is where we put all of our music stuff, and then we have Funded64, which is where we upload all of our meme shit, which is honestly what we're pretty focused on right now. We're working on redubbing some old shitty, maybe not shitty, but some old cartoons that gamers might enjoy. We're doing The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. We're redubbing that.
Please tell me the Sonic you're using is from that shitty live action movie, because that would be absolutely hilarious.
That would be so funny, dude. Well, you just gave me an idea, because so we were just gonna like redub over the original cartoon, but if you're talking about like avatars, like if this was actually like a VR thing, that might be cool too. Like redoing the episode in VR, that would be kind of funny, actually. You're giving me ideas now. I like that.
Well, I'm glad I could help you. It's a good thing I don't have a lot of time, or I'd make some curse shit myself.
That's okay.
Dude, I love making curse shit.
It's only 4 easy payments of $19.95 for advice. We give it out all the time for free.
Dude, yes. I love this tiny guy. That's this fucking tiny guy right here.
The tiny,
awesome.
That tiny guy, Sturdy Raptor. He's one of my best VR friends I've known 2+ years now.
That's cool.
Yep.
Do you like use him to like sneak in? So he would use you to like sneak into places? probably, because he would like stand on your head.
I
I'd
ain't
stick
that
him-
lucky.
Well,
That's not where he
He-
sticks me. You don't want to know where he sticks me. We'll keep that
See,
out.
I was thinking of that joke, but I didn't know if I could say it or
Well-
not, because I was definitely going to say that you go
That-
up his ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been there quite a few times. Like a
he's
parking
gained the
garage.
nickname
Everybody
Butt Plug
sits on
from
me.
the friend group because, fun fact, most people who meet him for some reason sit on him, either purposefully or accidentally. It's just a bound thing to happen, which eventually garnered him that name, which also led to even
Mhm.
more cursed jokes within the friend group that
It's
has
fucking great.
lasted a long time.
Long time.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. It's not
Oh,
easy.
it's okay. It's VR. It's just freaking VR. Who cares?
Yeah,
All fun and games.
yeah, you know.
Until you shoot the chickens, the neighbor's
Yeah,
chicken,
dude.
and then it's all cocked, nowhere to go.
Hey, people take it seriously, dude. This
Yeah,
is
I
people
know.
take VR very seriously nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, oh, uh-oh. Well,
Don't tell me he dropped out.
he could have.
That'll be the third
Oh,
time.
I died. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. My fucking quest.
You
My
alright?
quest disconnected. Holy shit.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, entered the matrix. I had a stroke for a second.
Well,
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I was surprised.
you were surprised? Why's that?
Well, we were talking about how serious I think the VR's gotten. Like, I remember playing VRchat like when it was like first a thing, just with like a controller, right? I didn't have like a headset and all this other stuff. But you know, Vinny, being introduced to Vinny, like I didn't know shit about VR. Like, I play a lot of games. I'm a gamer, okay? But I never really played VR. And then Vinny showed me this wonderful world. I'm in Japan now, dude. I can fucking see any weeaboo thing I want. I can see any anime girl I feel like in this wonderful world, you know?
Yeah, the only downside is most
It's
anime
great. It's great.
waifus in VR chat are probably a guy.
Hey, I don't have a problem with that.
Hey, fair. Isn't it
It
one
is
of
what
those
it is, dude.
things? Yeah,
It is what it is, man.
It is exactly as it is. But a lot of people will be like, no. Immediately have that gamer movie reference where like you'll see a beautiful anime waifu, and then on the other side is a dude eating chicken from like that gamer at the end. Gamer movie.
Dude, 100%. 100%. 100%. Yeah, it's funny. Like I feel bad, but like, you know, I'll sometimes I'll see anime avatars and I'm like, yep. Awesome. Good choice. That's I promise you're definitely very original. I promise you.
I appreciate that. What do we shoot for?
What?
You guys are certainly more original, I would say. But I'm probably gonna get a ton of fucking people mad at me for saying that. Oops.
Do it. Get
Um,
mad.
Oh well.
Dude, why not? Come on.
A bunch of
It's
fucking
okay.
a bunch of anime avatars are gonna be mad. A bunch of anime avatars are gonna be mad at me.
It's okay. They'll
Um,
give you a
I
stuffed
like when
doll.
people. No, okay. This is all I'm gonna say. I like when people. I love anime. Like, I like when people try to make like unique looking characters and have like unique effects with their anime characters, rather than just like, I'm the generic fucking protagonist from an isekai. You know what I mean? Like, just like generic, or even just like the generic, like, you know, big titty waifu character.
Sounds like he's talking about a cigarette ad.
I see a lot of that in VR chat.
Yeah.
I've seen so many.
Sounds like a cigarette ad.
There's one avatar
Yeah.
I've yet to see in my time in VR chat, and that is a beholder.
From D&D?
Yes. From
Can we
D&D.
talk about D&D? Do you
Oh,
want to
yeah,
talk
you
about
can talk
Hold
any
on.
goddamn thing you want.
I
We
used to
don't
play
mind.
D&D
Shoot it
and-
out,
Dude,
throw
we're
it
gonna
out there.
fucking talk about Baldur's Gate.
I used to play a lot of
Oh,
D&D
yeah,
in
yeah.
high school. I played a shitload of it in high school, to the point where I pretty much,
Dude,
if I wasn't
yes.
in school learning things or trying to remember what I'm supposed to, on like 1 or 2 days a week, me and my friends would just play D&D. That's what we did. Baulders Gate,
Hell
though.
yeah. I love D&D, dude. God, we got to talk about it. Let me think. Is there any other shit I have to plug? Any other things that I gotta mention? Looking at these like ring pops floating in the air. They're lanterns. They look like ring pops. Damn. I guess not really.
Ring pops.
Yeah.
Hey, I want the
They're like ring
green
pops.
one. I'm waiting for the green one to come up. I hate green, but
Yeah.
I just want to see it out there.
Apple.
Apple. Oh, say
Dude,
yeah.
sour apple ring pop's the fucking best one. That one right there is a ring pop. Like the one in the water right there, that's a fucking ring pop. I don't care what
The
you
one
say.
with the boat.
I'll take your word for
The
it.
one in the boat.
Specifically, you look, it has a little fucking thing that you put your finger in.
Well,
You know about that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fit on my ring.
I'm just
It
kidding.
fucking fit around me. What are you talking about?
that's gonna be the thing we gotta have Snuff put on your avatar is a ring
No!
pop as a belt.
No! Stop
Yeah,
it!
yeah,
No!
You should
Oh
wear it.
my
You should make a
God.
ring pop hat for him.
Oh,
You should make a ring pop hat, like a little ring pop hat.
Oh, God. And the ring parts
He'd be-
around
he'd
my
be like-
jawline, so it looks like it's all there with the fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, great.
that's what you should do. That's,
It'll look
that's what you
like
should
that.
wear.
He'll look like he's wearing something for the movie 9.
With the fucking stop motion. What? They're
Yeah.
not. Was that stop?
I
That was
thi-
stop motion,
Yeah,
right?
I think it was stop motion.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was gonna say with Elijah Wood as the doll, the little doll movie
yeah,
that no one watched,
It was
but
like
I
the,
loved.
Yeah, number 9.
And it,
The movie was called Number 9. Yes.
it was just
The
9.
was it number 9 or just 9?
It was just 9.
9.
I'm pretty sure.
9. But that wasn't clay animation. That was actually animated setup. It was actually drawn. It was a drawn setup.
Was it
looked
actually?
like-
Was it actually like a CG? I think.
Yes. It looked like it was.
Yeah, it might have
clay, but
actually
it
just
wasn't.
been CG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I was gonna say it looked like stop motion. I watched it like for the first time like 3 years ago. My girlfriend was like, "You gotta watch 9." She doesn't actually sound like that, I promise. But she was like, "You gotta watch 9." And I was like, "Okay, we'll watch 9." And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna cry." It was a good movie.
It was a good
So you
movie.
went to Sesame Street and just watched
What
for number
else?
9, right?
Number 9. Yeah, that's
Number
right.
9.
You went to Sesame
Ses-
Street. Sesame Street and watched 9. Really probably beat you with
Can
a
I
stick.
get a number 9?
She'd probably beat you with a
Or
stick.
or
of
just play
9
San
times.
Andreas.
There you go. That works
San
too.
Andreas. That's another
Yeah.
game I haven't
That's
played
right.
or seen of in a long, long time. Dude, memories.
You could play the shitty remasters that they did.
I'll just play the original.
They did these terrible remasters. Yeah, yeah. Or just like looks back and forth. Emulate it. Just emulate. I didn't tell you to do that.
You should totally buy it. It is a good idea.
Buy the game. You should buy the official release. Buy the official release.
And tell
Censor
your
that
friends.
out. Censor it.
Yeah.
Censor out that I said that.
No,
Censor that out.
no, it's
We
like
don't censor
don't
nothing
censor
out.
anything.
We just play it as it rolls. We don't censor nothing out. Straight from the
don't
hips.
buy the remaster, buy the original.
Straight from the right.
Buy the original.
Buy the original game.
Make your
Don't get the
girlfriend play it.
remaster.
Make your girlfriend play it.
Make your girlfriends, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever. You can,
Or your own personal butt
play
plug.
it.
No. Why do you have to bring that back in this?
Why not?
So that's you.
That definitely me.
You make so many people happy.
I'm just gonna make a sign that says, "Here, pull my tail. I'm your butt plug. I gotta come out sometime or another for fresh air. I can't breathe." You know?
How about instead of
I
that?
don't
That's
know.
a
It's-
lot.
when you go
to
in,
put
it's like
on
the
a
un-
shirt.
When you go in, it's like the underwater level from Donkey Kong Country. It starts playing that.
Just need the hammer to get out, right? Drive it from the other end.
You know, that would be a really hilarious way to intro a video one of these days. We got to do a short with you, like doing doing the water Mario level as you get stuck into somebody. That would be absolutely hilarious.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, we're final thing I guess I gotta talk about for our channel, and then I want to talk about Baldur's Gate 3. We're working on, well, we just finished King of the Hill Lost in VR Part 2,
Oh,
which has
God.
been
Cool.
absolutely hilarious. And
I
so
saw that. It was
much fun for us
really
to work
good.
on.
It was
Holy
really well
fucking
done.
good.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
it was like basically entirely built upon the fact that fucking Vinny can do the Hank Hill voice and Fangs can do the Bobby voice like almost 1-to-1. And so we were like, you want to just film a King of the Hill thing? And then it kind of snowballed into its own thing. And it was, yeah, part 2 was fucking nuts. And then part 3 is going to be like the last part. So yeah, that's on,
Ooh.
that should be on AlteredEvil right now.
Mm.
Pretty sure it's either on AlteredEvil or Fundead 64.
I think
Pretty
it's
sure
on
it's on
Funded
AlteredEvil.
64.
Is it on Fundead?
I think
Okay.
it's on Funded.
See, you know, why do you know more about my shit than I should know about my shit?
I have been in your guys' friend group with Anticrust and Fangs long enough, and I also watched a video a couple of times in a row.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I apologize. I'm sorry that you were introduced to the Discord. I apologize.
Don't
You
apologize.
probably have lost a lot of brain cells.
I do that well
Lost
enough
a lot
on
of
my
brain
own.
cells.
You guys, in fact, probably added brain cells where I on my own lose brain cells.
Mm,
I'm down to 3 now due to my own bullshit
dude, we're just
and
like fucking.
shenanigans.
That's true. Shenanigans do take away a lot of brain cells. Especially when you're in VR chat. Oh my gosh, dude. As for, yeah,
So,
dude,
I do have a question
I
for
used
you,
to
though.
be a mass. Go ahead,
So,
please.
for those who don't know, what is the story of the Hank Hill videos you guys did, 1 and 2?
Dude, I mean, honestly, it's just they're just giant elaborate shit posts. Like that's basically it. It's like I said, it's entirely built upon the fact that Vinny and Fangs can basically do the Hank and Bobby voices like super closely, and we were just like fucking around making Hank Hill, Vinny say shit in his voice. And then we just like went from there, and we were like, what if Hank Hill got lost in VR chat? Like, what if he played VR chat and experienced some of the weird shit that happens here? And that's how we made it. Honestly, like I just star in it, and I give ideas every now and then. Vinny and Fangs, they do a lot of the work. In fact, like the bulk of it, like organizing people, helping get music, all kinds of stuff, dude. And they organize the people helping us with models. You know, so it's a lot. It's a lot. It's more than like I can keep track of. Like I know for myself, like I work full time. I do like I go to school. I'm going to school right now. Trying to finish that. So, you know, that it's I'm glad that they are there to put a lot of the work that I don't want to fucking do anymore. Basically.
Pass the buck. Pass the buck. You do this. You look better than
I know,
am.
right?
You go ahead and play in this. You did a good job. Thank you.
Well, they're better at it. Like they're sincerely like they're really fucking good at it. So I'm kind of kidding by saying like they do some of the work I don't want to do, but like it's truthful, dude. I'm fucking. I'm glad that I'm working in a collaboration with people, because I think if I started like hardcore making my own videos again, I would either A, delete them like I do like a lot, or B, I would just start to like go crazy, like because I overanalyze the analytics of YouTube, and I stress out over like, oh my gosh, what should I make next? And I'm like constantly thinking about all this stuff like that goes into making a YouTube video. Is the thumbnail good? Are there good tags? Are people going to give a shit about this? Why am I even working on it if no one's going to watch it? Instead of just making videos for myself, when I do YouTube videos, I noticed that I was getting stressed out, and so that's why I kind of had to back away from doing it just myself. And now that I'm simply a collaborator, it is more fun to do these projects, you know?
Fair enough. Well,
So, and I'll still help Vinny like edit and stuff, but they do a lot, dude. And it's mostly them with when it comes to like a lot of these videos that we're doing.
Well,
yeah.
Even with your parts, the Hank Hill videos are very well done, and I do enjoy what you guys do. Even with AlteredEvil, when I saw you pop on with one of their review videos and stuff like that, like I do enjoy watching that content.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So Vinny had an idea where he was like, "Well, you're not." I took down all these review videos because they had my face in them. I didn't want to be like a public figure. So he was like, "Why don't we just repurpose those on AlteredEvil? You can use Monty. We'll take some of the clips, some of the audio from those videos, and just repurpose it." And I'm like, "Okay." And yeah, he did a really good job taking what I had edited and then like changing it to fit in Motley. So which is this guy that I am currently. So yeah, it was cool. There's gonna be more. I have like a shit ton of reviews that I made that we will probably put on there. So I have like a couple other games that I talked about. I know I did a history of the Dr. Robotnik Pingus meme from like back in the day. Back in my day, we thought Pingus was funny. That's all we had, dude. That's all we had. That's what was on YouTube at the time. YouTube poops. All right. Now you got Logan Paul and you got Coco Melon. That's what the kids are watching nowadays.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm from that.
Yeah.
I'm probably from the same era as you, except I remember sharply the earliest memories was my friend sharing shot content, as I'll call it. You know, like Mr. Hands and the guy in a jar and that stuff. A lot of the time back in those days, would just like, I was very much an innocent child, and my friends, I met one of them, and he said word for word, "Hello, I'm insert name here, and I'm gonna corrupt you." And the rest of the time, being friends with him was just, look at this really corrupt, weird shit. And eventually, it warped me over time, and I remember those videos very sharply.
God. Dude. You're giving me like PTSD. I remember I had a friend like that too, but I was like, dude, please, I just want to play Pokemon Platinum. I don't want you to corrupt my small mind. But yeah, dude, do you remember the Pain Olympics?
Yes, I remember the Pain Olympics.
Do you remember that? That shit?
I remember that shit. You know, wasn't there one where dude
that was
put his bits and then minced them up while they're still attached, and then cooked and ate them?
Yes.
Supposedly they're fake.
That was the one I specifically saw.
Supposedly they're fake.
Really? You think it's...
But I also... Have you heard the lore behind the Pain Olympics? Because there is some weird lore behind it.
No.
Which... Here it is. Apparently, there was a really rich fellow.
Okay. I want to hear the lore. All right.
Offered money for a person to put themselves in pain, and then record it, but only one would have won the money. And apparently, a lot of people participated in the Pain Olympics in order to make this money, but only one of the persons did. Everyone just kind of mutilated themselves instead. Surprise.
For nothing.
They're castrated.
Human beings, dude. They're hilarious. Yeah, dude. Human beings are awesome. They make smart decisions for money. A lot. You know, that's just what they do. Yeah, I keep moving around.
It's all good.
I'm jittery.
No big deal.
Yeah, dude, that messed me up. That messed me up. But yeah, we have those reviews on there now. So yeah, it's going well. I'm excited for these dubs that we're gonna start doing. I gotta finish Baulders Gate 3 because there's games coming out that I want to play, and it's taking up so much of my life. And I think it is my favorite game of all time. I think it's my favorite
is
video game.
Amazing. I've already finished it
think it is.
once because I've been playing it since its
Dude.
early release, and then when it finally released, I tried to steam plow my way through the story so I can jump into Starfield, and now I play both casually. I think my first, once it released, my first character was a wild magic sorcerer, and eventually I respected into a paladin.
So Gen Z started thinking
One sec.
and then the generation
One sec.
above them, which
Alexis!
is my generation, they were like,
He's
Alexis is
it's taking over, man. Look
Dude.
out.
My girlfriend is fucking. She's connected her phone to our Bluetooth sound system.
even younger.
No! Disconnect it from the Bluetooth.
Disorders, because
Your phone's your phone's connected to the Bluetooth. All right. Just disconnect it from the Bluetooth speaker.
Hey, we get all kinds.
We have a
in here.
Bluetooth surround system.
Oh.
We have a Bluetooth surround system, and the phone's still hooked up to it. So that's like what you just that's what you just heard. Hope maybe that'll stay in. That would be awesome.
We don't edit anything. Fair warning. There's anything you don't want to be.
You
don't
don't
want to
edit
have
it.
shares. I like leaving the conversation exactly as is because it allows people to meet the people genuinely.
Oh, it wasn't yours? It was our fucking neighbors. Sorry, one sec.
Your
Yeah,
neighbors
it must have been our
was
neighbor's
that
phone
loud?
connecting to her.
Holy shit, man!
That
They
was
don't
not
have
us,
paper
dude.
Walls. I don't know what you
Yeah.
fucking call it.
Yeah, our
but
fucking-
Jesus Christ.
Oh, dude, our neighbors. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
oh, they're adults.
Our neighbors are playing shit through our speakers. Holy shit! Can you unplug it? Yes, they're fucking kids playing YouTube Kids videos. Unplug. Can you just unplug the speaker? Yeah. The speaker is plugged into a power outlet. The one below.
Wow, we need to get
Proof
your
we don't
girlfriend on
edit
here.
it.
Yeah,
We gotta
sure.
see her too. Get your girlfriend on here.
Hey, you're
Why
on
not?
a podcast now.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks.
okay, cool.
All right, so
No
hopefully we won't
problem.
get more of our neighbors' kids streaming shit to our speaker. That was fun.
Cocomelon.
So, Baldur's Gate 3. Dude, I don't know what that was. It was like an unboxing video or something. Man, that was crazy. So, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate.
What did you play? What are you playing as?
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
I'm a fucking
Baldur's
I'm a
Gate.
drow a bulbous gape. I'm a drow paladin,
Whoa.
which you may think is kind of not like a weird decision. Drow, not very good people, not very good guys. Paladin, they're pretty righteous, right? But that's what makes me interesting, okay?
Hmm.
All right, ladies, give me a call. That's what makes me interesting. All right. Specifically big red muscly ones. Those are my favorite. With horns.
On my second playthrough,
But
I
yeah,
started playing
so Baldur's Gate
Tempest
3
Cleric. I never realized how broken a blue
Ooh.
Dragonborn Tempest Cleric is. Because you start off with Electric Breath. As a cantrip, you take Create or Destroy Water. And then you can just drop water on enemies at level 1. And then spew electricity and deal max damage.
That's absolutely insane.
And just wipe fields at level 1. It is broken. It is very broken.
Dude, I love being absolutely overpowered in that game. So like I'm a big baby bitch and I like to play on easy difficulty because even on easy, I still struggle like in that game. Like I am not like a CRPG guy, you know. I loved the Mass Effect games by BioWare. Those were like my favorite video games. But Baldur's Gate 3 is like everything I loved from BioWare, but like cranked up like to 11, pretty much. I sound like a massive fanboy, but like it's true. I think, and I played like Divinity Original Sin 2, but I fell off that game so quick because I think the way, and a lot of people, I think this is why Baldur's Gate 3 is blowing up so much and blew up so much, is because Larian in this game is presenting the CRPG from a more cinematic viewpoint. And because the camera is zooming in on characters and you can move the camera down and it's like very focused on their faces and the animations, that budget is, I think, what is allowing the game to blow up.
Well, it's more than that,
and
too.
it's something I really appreciate.
It's more than that. It's because it's an RPG that's not pay to win. You don't have to pay money to get anywhere. There won't be, I don't think there's going to be like paid DLC. With a lot of it, the game is exactly as it is, and your decisions matter. Like they took on a lot of work to make. Like decisions you make in the beginning matter. Like even there's a kid in the beginning in the first act you can help, a little tiefling child that comes back later in Act 2 or 3. That actually helps you and remembers you because you helped the child. It's little things like that. They're like, oh, hey, cool, sure, I'll help the child. And then later on in the game, this decision you made that you probably forgot all about comes back and resurfaces. Like, oh, hey, I remember you. This is a really nice person because you saved me from death. And it ends up saving you from death. Like, it's decision. When Larian did all that, the little details like that, where it's like little passive decisions have big impacts later. The fact that they did that and it's not pay to win means a lot to me as a gamer, and I hope Larian goes nowhere, and I hope they continue to make their games and their content because they're really good at it.
I hope so. I honestly, dude, like they're my favorite developer now, but here's what I would say, and I want to have a friendly discussion about this. I feel like even if they had all of the complexity, like a game like Disco Elysium has a shit ton of complexity, right? So many layers of things that build onto each other in a very complex story. But Disco Elysium and other CRPGs, they still did not get to the level of Baldur's Gate 3 in terms of popularity. And because like let's face it, and I kind of hate saying this because it's kind of like super nerdy, but like Baldur's Gate 3, and this is deserved, reached normie status. It reached normie status, which is what CRPGs don't normally do. And like I 100% think it is because of the quality of the actors, the quality of their story, the writing, and the fact that they chose to put so much of the budget into the cinematics. I think that is paying off for them in such a high degree. Also, of course, we don't like pay to win games, right? But so many people buy them. Like people still play pay to win. Like they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I think it really is the fact that they put so much effort into those aspects, and that's why it's paying off. And I think it's crazy that like so much of the industry, and like I don't want to be that guy that's like, man, game developers, they need to try better at their games. But like it's kind of true. Like
I don't think it's either
like
try
Baldur's
better.
Gate 3.
I just think they need to spend less time trying to squeeze every last dollar out of a game. Because let's be honest, some of these games aren't even full-on games. Like look at Fallout 76 when it first released. Trying to squeeze money out of that game is like squeezing blood from a turnip, and turnips don't bleed. But now because of the outcry, they built a really good game but now it's so far down the road, people probably forget Fallout 76 exists at this point. And
It's
Larian
it's cra-
Studios, like with what they're doing, they're so into what their business. Did you see the ad for Baldur's Gate where the CEO dressed up in armor and cosplayed and went all out? It was hilarious and
Of
amazing.
course.
I loved that the CEO is that
Of
involved and
course.
very willing to like cosplay and shit. Like things like that, the little details and the things like that to me mean a lot. And the fact they put that kind of focus and
Well, he gives a
details
shit
into
about
the
his
game.
games.
Yeah. And it's the fact that they put that kind of thought and love into Baldur's Gate. You can see it when you play it. From the moment you hop in, from when you get onto the ship and you get off, and
Yeah.
all the things you can find, the lore, the readables, the characters you can talk to, the quests you can do, and the fact that you can replay it multiple times, legitly multiple times, and it won't be the same. Like the fact they put that much
It's
attention into it makes it I'd say probably the best game of our generation, hands down.
it is. It is. It's absolutely game of the generation. I think people that are scared by the CRPG aspects, honestly, like play on easy. Like play on easy. Like I've never played. I am a person that has never played these type of games before this game. I'm loving it. Just literally just play on the easy difficulty. You will still struggle. Trust me. You will have battles where you will still struggle, but it at least won't be so overwhelming that you will stop playing the game. So like don't be scared to play on like the easy mode. You'll be fine. You'll enjoy it. Yeah, dude. It's like I think I don't know. I guess I'll play like armchair game developer or something. But like I think indie developers totally like they get a pass. Like I don't think that they should have to try and like fucking outdo Baldur's Gate 3. Of course not. People don't expect that. But what I want from my game is I want quality writing, I want a quality story, I want a game that is finished, and I want decent gameplay, right?
Mm.
I know games are like meant to be played first and foremost. So yes, you
Mm.
want the gameplay to be good, but I feel like as I get older, I do really love games that can keep me enthralled in the world more. And I'm not saying open world either. I don't There's a lot of open world games that I am not immersed in because they just aren't well designed.
Mm.
Um
Well, the
I
problem
think if we had more yeah.
I think the problem with a lot of the open world games that came out the last couple years is they have a very cookie cutter copy paste system. You get the arrow, you get the
Mhm.
HUD that looks the same. The quests are copy paste in every game. Cool. But there's one studio that's copying exact same as EA, and EA is copying the exact same thing as another developer, and it's all copy paste. Like
Yeah,
even the Amazon game that came out, I don't even remember the name. It was so blah, and it was okay. Like it,
dude.
I've seen better games come out of like the $1 to $5 section of the Steam library. That is a lot
Dude,
better.
well that's the thing. Games are just okay. Guess they're all fine. Every like most games coming out nowadays are like okay. They are fine games that are playable and are kind of fun, right? But like we aren't getting fucking the BioShocks or the Mass Effects or even like the original Halo trilogy or like fucking Fable or like we're not getting a lot of those games anymore. Um, I think it's because game developers seem to be prioritizing these big empty open worlds. One, which Baldur's Gate is not. I like the fact that Baldur's Gate is not an open world. Yes, it is opened up to walk around, but it is not this big empty space. Like there is so much shit to do, and it's crafted, which makes it amazing.
Mm.
I think, but yeah, I think they're putting too much effort and money into stupid open worlds, and then also I think look how much money like these CEOs are making.
Mm.
Like how much of this game's budget like Larian prioritized, like I said, like getting amazing actors, animation, the technology behind all that. They prioritized that, and that is why people are like fucking clamoring for Baldur's Gate 3. And then AAA developers, they're like, well, we can't do that. Yeah, you could. In fact, a lot of these game developers have way more people working on the games than Larian do. Larian is not an absolutely humongous team compared to fucking EA's teams or Ubisoft or Activision's teams. They can make games like Baldur's Gate, but it requires money and talent to be put in the correct places.
Not
And
just
I don't
that,
think they give a shit about it.
that in time. Like
So yeah,
with a lot of gamers, I can
Time,
speak
yeah.
for myself. If it takes a developer extra years to finish a game or make something right, gamers will wait for the finished amazing product. If it's got to take 10 years to get Elder Scrolls
Right.
6, I'll wait the 10 years for Elder Scrolls 6 as long as it's not some Fallout 76 or Anthem bullshit that's half finished that they'll do as it goes. No, just if you're going to drop a game, make it finished. And the next annoying thing is that a lot
Well,
of
yeah.
developers are doing, especially EA and all those bigger companies, is the pay to win thing where they'll take the finished game and then break apart main parts of the story and make it DLC. And you'll get some like 20-30 hour thing that is okay at best, where you could buy cool cosmetic stuff. It's like it seems more prioritized to milk the turnip of the blood that doesn't
Dude,
with I'm not a fan of it.
me neither. It's like it's too much. And honestly, like, let me ask you this: would you play Elder Scrolls 6 in early access? If they did an early access for Elder Scrolls 6 or Mass Effect 4, would you play early access? Would you buy it?
No, I would not buy or play Elder Scrolls 6 in early access. I only like Baldur's Gate was my first early access game that I actually bought into because
Mhm.
I saw the hype and thought it looked amazing. Like I saw some potential in it that made it worth giving them my
Yeah, yeah.
money early. But unfortunately, with Bethesda has a
Well,
fun
they had a
track
polished
record.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Bethesda unfortunately though has a fun little track record underneath their belt. But Starfield's pretty good. Although to be fair, if you don't
Yeah.
have an AMD graphics card, it's kind of annoying to play with the freezes and the bugs and the fun stuff. And the fact that they kind of did the whole
heard
game
about that.
with AMD is annoying. Like they hardcore sided with that. So if you play on like a NVIDIA graphics card instead, like freezes and other stuff, especially if you don't do it in hardware directly, like they made it so hard to play. Like the only thing keeping me playing is the story's pretty good. Other than that, if it was any other Bethesda title,
AMD's.
I would be and just not play it. Because the fact if I have to wait like a minute for the freeze to go through just to find out what happens next to the story, there's no point in playing it. But the story's good enough to keep me going, sort
Dude.
of, but I can't play it for hours. There's only like maybe 1 to 3 hours I can sit down and play and wait for freezes before I get too annoyed and I put it down.
AMD is they're trying to be like the biggest graphics card processor manufacturer. Like they're trying to, I think, because like I know Nvidia was like, from my understanding, I'm not like super into like the graphics card space, but from my understanding, Nvidia has been trying to like, they've been wheeling and dealing with developers for so long to get like priority when it comes to PC games.
Mm.
But I think this is AMD being like, no, we want to have priority too. So like I can't fault them for that, but at the same time it's like, okay, you're making a PC game, make sure your shit works on everything. Make sure your shit works on your shit.
I understand if AMD wants to
So,
have like
yeah.
priority. My only complaint is the freezes that happen. Like if you're gonna release a game,
Yeah.
even if people using an external hard drive, at least have it so it runs without freezing and bugs. Like that of all the Bethesda bugs
Well, yeah,
I have
obviously.
glossed over the years, the freezing thing is the most annoying thing yet. minus the invincible flat ghouls, minus the floating NPCs and objects in the world. The freezes, though.
Yeah, it's like that's how Elden Ring was though. Like Elden Ring has. Can we talk about shitty PC ports now? I
Sure.
guess we could transition into that. Dude, fucking I'm getting real sick of this stuff, dude. I'm gonna tell Gay Ben on all of you guys, all right? No, but seriously, it's the shitty PC ports have to like stop. Like I get that like the problem is they have to make sure that that the games work on all these different systems, right? It's not like a console where you have one SKU, one OS, that's all you're doing. But with PC, there's so many different variables, right? And that's why it's
Yeah.
so hard to get it to work. And I understand that, but like I feel like let's find I don't know. Like I'm not a developer, so like I guess I shouldn't talk on this, but like I feel like there's a better way somehow. I'm getting tired of it, okay? I want good PC ports, all right? I also want and this is going to probably piss some people off too, but I just don't care cuz I don't want to buy a PS5. Um port more games faster. Sony should just port more shit.
I think Sony is
um
just spending too much time
I
trying to like seclude themselves in the gaming industry. Like
yeah.
for the longest time, Sony's held a monopoly with the PlayStation on like new ports, new exclusives, and it was all of that.
Yeah.
And with Starfield, I am glad to see Xbox get a little bit, but the exact same point though,
Me too.
if you're gonna port stuff over, at least have it so with the other ports things run okay. I don't care if it's like if you don't get the full
Yeah. Well,
content, but at least if it runs smooth, I'm okay.
well, the thing that's upsetting, that's kind of annoying about the Sony PC games is that like I was on PS4, I had a PS3. I love a lot of their games. The Last of Us, Uncharted. I didn't really like Horizon that much. God of War was awesome. Spider-Man is amazing. I like those games. I am outside of the console space now. I do not give a shit about having a game console except for the Switch. I'm still going to buy Nintendo cuz I'm a fanboy. So I got to have my Nintendo system. But like the other two consoles I couldn't care less. But I will buy Sony's games, but on PC, the problem is that they release them way too late and they are too expensive for when they release them. I think they don't have to release them day and date, right? Don't release them day and date. That's fine. I understand. You got to get the console sales out. That's fine. But 6 months? Could you release them in 6 months instead of waiting 2 years? It's like, okay, we're going to release Spider-Man Miles Morales or whatever, right, on PS5 in 2020. It's $50, I think is how much it was. And then we're going to release it 2 years later on PC, still at $50. No. I could buy the PS5 version for like $20. Why do I have to pay $50 on PC because you decided to release it 2 years late? If they want PC players to buy their games, and it doesn't seem like a lot of PC players are buying their games right now because of this, in my opinion. If they want them to buy the games, release them sooner. Or if you're going to release them that late, make sure they don't cost almost as much as they were at launch. Like, I know it's work to make PC ports, but like, we don't give a shit. We just play the games. We don't make the games. So when I see that Returnal is $6 or $70, even though it came out 2 years ago on PS5, I'm not going to be excited to buy it. Like, I don't know. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, release the games within 6 months or just like make them cost less when they come out. Like, I don't know. What is your take? Are you a Sony? Would you buy more Sony games on PC if they?
I'm gonna be honest. There's very few games I'll play now. Like I'm between Metaverse Degen and
Oh
Vrchat
yeah.
is what I play most of. Nowadays, very rarely will I break out and buy games. Baulders Gate was one of those games that made me reach out and want to play it. because I haven't
You're
once I
lucky.
switched to PC, I haven't broke out my PlayStation or my Xbox that kind of sit around. I have a 360 in storage and I have a PlayStation 4 in storage. I haven't even touched. And I will just
Dude.
do that. And every once in a while, like Baulders Gate, I'll come out and venture out and play it. But nowadays, most
that's the
games are
thing.
too blah. Like I feel like I'm getting half finished, partial products that they build out over time, which I'm not a fan of, and they're janky. Like
Dude.
they're buggy. Like the last game I bought, I believe, before Baldur's Gate and all of that, was Destiny 2. Destiny 1 and 2. And I played the piss out of that and loved
Yeah,
it.
I remember that. Yeah.
I
Good games.
although my
For
one
the
take
time.
yeah, my one take though was like the DLC stuff. Like I understand if you get
Right.
extra
They
content
weren't done
out.
though.
Well, they were. There's
Like
a
they
lot
weren't
of
good
gameplay
games
there.
at release.
They were decent games at
Right.
release. Like I played it and loved the story, and I understand if they release more content and stuff. It just maybe I'm just too old. But back in my day, once you bought the game, that's all you got. There was no DLC or add-on content. Like it was just you played like when you bought Legend of Zelda.
You're too old.
You bought Legend of Zelda and you got the game. You would play Postal
That was it.
and that was it. You would play Duke Nukem, and that was it. You'd play Torok, and that was it. It was no extra thing.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with like modern games is that I agree with you. Like I buy a lot of indie games. Like I buy a lot of indie games. I play a lot of retro games. I play a lot of fan games, a lot of ROM hacks. I do a lot of that instead of buying new stuff because especially in the AAA space because a lot of it just doesn't appeal to me. I'm like, "Damn, I am old. This stuff is not made for me anymore." Um So yeah, I agree with you on that. I definitely I do envy you a little bit because I'm like, damn, I wish I just had like one game that was just my game. But I jump around so much from
Mhm.
different genres and video games. Like that's why I could never get into like something like Destiny for too long. Like Destiny 1 was like so fucking unfinished at launch. Destiny 2 was better, but it did take them a while to start adding more content. But now when I look at Destiny, I'm like, dude, it's just a hamster wheel. Just a hamster wheel. You're going on unless you have friends that are always playing. I think if you were to play Destiny by yourself, you would be absolutely insane.
Destiny is
just because of like
there's still people
the
who
way it
play
is.
1 and 2. Like you can hop on, make friends, and play
Yeah,
the game.
all
Like
the time.
I put a lot of hours
But
in
with
Destiny
friends,
1
right?
and 2. The first one, no. The second one I played with my cousin whom got in really late into Destiny 2. By the time he got into it, I pretty much already steam plowed my way through it. Destiny 1 I played solo. Raids and all. Just myself.
Yeah.
And I soloed it. And I do that
Yeah.
in a lot of MMO style games. Like, I don't need people or a guild or a clan. I'm just going to do it myself.
Yeah, but it's so much more fun with two people. You gotta have
Yeah,
it's
but then there's
Destiny
loot sharing
but
and
yeah.
people argue about who gets what position when. And at least with the solo thing is
That's
I don't have
true.
to worry about loot sharing. I don't have to worry about standing in a place for a certain way to play. I can just blip around the map and play as I see fit. Is it going to be harder? Yes. Am I going to throw my controller through the window?
Yeah.
More than likely, because if I have to die to the same boss repeatedly, I'm going to get agitated to shit. But I still do it. Like I remember that one of the biggest times that happened was in Morrowind. And for some dumb reason, I decided to like not even do the story. I just gridded my way through the entire map, farthest left corner, bottom, and I went north and south all the way up and down the map, opening every door, going into everything. I don't know why I did that, but I did. And I reached a temple. It was like an Aztec looking temple. And I spent way too much time saving, dying, repeat my way through it. It took me days in real life of constant play to get through there because I was there at a low level. But I'm too much of a stubborn shithead to like, I'll just do something else. No, I'm here. This is the door I'm in. I'm gonna finish it. This is the hill I'm dying on.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Destiny was the
Dude,
same way.
games. Destiny, I was super into Destiny with Taken King. Taken King was when I was like, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Destiny 2 came out, and then I was like, oh shit. I think that's when I started to understand what Destiny actually was. And then I also understood like the type of gamer that I am, where it's like, oh, this is just like doing the same shit over and over again for better loot. I think I'm out. I think maybe I don't like this type of game. And that's when I decided I was like, okay. Like the gunplay in Destiny is like the best in any FPS, in my
Agreed.
opinion. It is the best shooting gameplay of all time. But it's just the structure. I was like, yeah, I can't keep doing this. Well, speaking of multiplayer though, and this is I think would be fucking amazing. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3's multiplayer at all?
I have not really. As I said, in most
Dude.
games that are multiplayer, I tend to play solo. Nothing against friends, nothing against like playing with people. I'm just one of those people that in many multiplayer games, especially MMOs, I enjoy the big world, I enjoy the amount of content, but I also don't really work well with people in the gaming sense sometimes because I don't want to have to deal with multiple high brass personalities who like if you're a healer you have to play the healer. If you're that one you have to stand here while I do
Dude.
this thing. It's annoying sometimes because no offense gamers, but sometimes you guys can be a little much.
They suck. They do suck. No, video game, they suck. Gamers suck. I Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer is like a completely different game. If you're playing 4 players, you will like you will like basically never use the companions ever because you already fill out the 4 party slots. You are essentially just running dungeons and talking to people, and it is the most hilarious and most fun I've had in a multiplayer game in forever. You should play with us sometime. I think like maybe we'll start a new game or something because it is if you have a good group of friends to play with, you need a good group of friends to play with. And if you do that and you start the game, it is so chaotic. It genuinely feels like you're playing. It actually kind of reminds me of playing an MMO, but it doesn't go on forever. There is an end point in Baldur's Gate 3. There is an ending you can achieve. You're not just endlessly grinding loot. It feels like an MMO with a purpose, and it's fantastic. I think honestly, like if you enjoy the single player of Baldur's Gate 3, for another playthrough, I highly recommend giving the multiplayer a try if you have some people to play with because it is almost completely different than the single player.
Fair warning though, if I play a multiplayer, I'm playing a wild mage sorcerer. And when I played that the first time, I just wanted to try different classes. The most funniest thing happened when I was like midway through Act 1, like just hop the bridge after you meet the Githyanki general for the first time, and you go fight hyenas.
Oh no.
I went to use a spell, and then wild magic kicked in, and then I turned the entire party into chickens with 3 health. It was the most annoying thing ever.
See, that's hilarious. I always, as a wizard, I would always just like I was a little gnome wizard, and I would just always cast grease at the most inopportune times. So I'd be like, okay, grease, and then our entire party would just fall on our asses in the grease. And and they'd all like try to get out of it and they couldn't, and it was so fucking funny. So honestly, like if you add chickens into the mix, that would be like even more funny. Like
Polymorph.
It's so
for those who
good.
played D&D, polymorph is a really fun spell to make your DM want to throw the board. Like he'll have some handcrafted he or she will have some handcrafted boss with some great story, and they'll have some really in-depth story for you to see, but they could be absolutely thrown out of whack by I polymorph the boss into a chicken, and the entire thing just goes fine. we're just gonna skip this entire beautiful scene for your stupid chicken. Okay, I cook the chicken and fry it.
Dude, I started playing the my gosh, what was I gonna say? I started playing D&D like a year ago for the first time, and it was awesome. It was a really cool experience. I was a little frustrated at first because I was like, okay, this is kind of boring. We're just like making shit up. I think it was because like in my mind, I was so focused on like the gameplay elements, and I kept going like, okay, like when are we gonna get into combat? When are we gonna do combat? I'm ready for combat. I want to fight something. But
You're a
a lot
murder
of people I
hobo.
play with are what?
You're a murder
I'm not
hobo.
a murder hobo. I just want to fight bad guys. No, I'm not. I don't want to kill regular people. I just want to fight bad guys, all right? I'm a good guy who wants to kill bad guys. I just want some gameplay. But yeah, a lot of people are like trying to play their characters, and here I am trying to like fucking min-max all this shit and like make sure I'm like playing well. That's just like my video game, like my mindset going into D&D, because I love board games. I love card games, Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that shit. Like I love that type of like experience is really cool. So D&D's gameplay was fun. I because I had played a little bit of D&D, I was like pretty much I understood Baldur's Gate 3 pretty much immediately, like the combat system. But I think if you don't have that underlying knowledge, it can be overwhelming. But still, you know, it's I would still recommend it. Like it's an amazing game.
At least with the way Baldur's Gate did the game and the
Yeah.
combat, if you learn Baldur's Gate, you pretty much know the rules to D&D. So you can just buy the D&D book and start playing, and you won't have much of an issue because the rules are the same. I believe they used 5th edition. So the 5th edition rules in Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate, same thing. You know combat. You roll d20s to hit. You roll damage to hit. Skills, everything. It's pretty
Yep.
much the same.
Yep.
Although D&D allows one thing that Baldur's Gate doesn't. That's making the DM mad. Those were always my favorite moments as a party. Not because I'm that person
That's
to do
true,
it,
yeah.
but like you'll be playing with your D&D with your friends, and the DM will give you a magic item they think is going to be innocuous. They're not going to do anything bad with a bag of holding. Okay, cool. They're putting pillars made of stone that fits around the edge of the max of the bag of holding. Cool. I regret making an infinite bag of holding. Why'd I give this to them? And then after a while, you just turn the bag upside down and just drop pillars from the sky as you spider climb to the roof. Just moments to make the DM angry.
They just like absolutely
Those funny moments.
Yeah, the DM, they put so much effort into like, hold on, I'm fixing my stupid headset. They put so much effort into crafting this campaign for like the players to play, and it's just like, you guys ruined it. You guys fucked up my entire. I spent like 5 hours writing this campaign, and you guys just dropped pillars from the sky. Thank you for ruining it. That's how they feel. Like that's how a DM would feel.
Oh, I know.
But
I
yeah.
love you DMs because you guys make some great content. But sometimes those little moments as a party it makes the whole thing worthwhile sometimes.
Sometimes we need that.
Mm.
Sometimes we need the chaos. Like the Joker says. Chaos. Yeah, I'm the Joker. Yeah. I'm the Joker, baby. He's all psycho and crazy. We need a little chaos in Baldur's Gate 3. I mean D&D, sorry. I mean same fucking thing, I guess.
It's more or less the
Honestly,
same thing.
like I would pay for an expansion. I'd pay for an expansion. I know Larian said they weren't going to do it. I'd do it.
Honestly,
I'd give you $40 for an expansion.
I'd much rather them make
Larry.
a Baldur's Gate 4 because the way Baldur's Gate 3 ends makes me feel like they're going to do another one. Especially if you help the
don't tell
Demon
me.
Lord.
Don't tell me.
The way they ended it made me feel like there's going to be another game.
Shit.
I won't. No spoilers. I won't do that. But I wish they would like if they're gonna instead of doing DLC, just refocus all of that effort and found happiness into like making another game.
Okay, this is gonna be maybe this people will disagree with me. I love the characters in this game so much. Just do Baldur's Gate 4 and just do like a Mass Effect transfer your save. I wonder if that would be too much for them to do. Probably would be, but like that would be so fucking epic.
Also,
If we could just continue the game.
I
So
also
good.
if we got some different companions, they don't have to add more companions, just different companions, or at least one per class anyway.
Yeah. So like, I would be like, I think for Baldur's Gate 4, it would be cool if like, I don't necessarily think we should keep like all the same companions, but I think they should bring over like a couple of them, and then like get some new ones as well. I think that would be rad. I think that would be like
Be like
really cool.
to have the
Like
chance to
if you
hang
could
out,
like
meet
see some of those
more from that universe they've built with Baldur's Gate. Like there's so
Right.
much in the Baldur's Gate
Yes.
series, like for the D&D books. Fun fact: Baldur's Gate is a location in D&D you can play with your friends. But yeah,
Yes, Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is in the D&D lore. I learned that before the game came out. I was like, what the fuck does Baldur's Gate mean? And I was like, oh, it's just a city in D&D. Interesting. All right. I think a lot of people don't even know that this is like a D&D game when they go to play it. They don't even like know because it's not called Dungeons and Dragons. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that a game called Baldur's Gate is like selling so many copies on Steam.
I'm not surprised.
Nuts.
Because Larian Studios, even with their previous games they've built, do a really good job with story. And when they go to tell you a tale, they're telling you a tale. It's not 60 to 70% of a tale. Now you have to buy the DLC to get the rest of it. They give you the story, and they do it very well.
Yeah.
So Larian Studios, I hope you continue around. You're amazing. Oh, also,
Good boy, Larian. You deserve.
You guys gave me nostalgia due to in my high school days at D&D. I love you.
Yeah, you keep earning those Gabe bucks. Keep earning those Gabe bucks. You know, get that Steam money. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So,
thanks for having me on the show, dude.
No problem. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to speak with you and getting to meet you. And thank you very much for coming on with us. Now, I know you plugged it earlier, but is there anything you'd like to plug in the meantime?
Oh my gosh, I plugged so much shit at the beginning. So, I mean, definitely check out AlteredEvil. That's for sure like the number one thing. If you're gonna check something out, check out AlteredEvil and FunDead64 because that's where we're currently doing a lot of content. Music videos on AlteredEvil, and then like cool, funny meme videos on FunDead64. We're gonna be doing all of like the redubs and all that stuff on that channel. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. As for like me personally, I don't know. I guess you'll link my channel hopefully in like the description of the video. But I don't know. Like if you're interested in like stop motion videos, like with little action figures and stuff, like I have that on my channel. I might start doing like Pokemon card reviews and unboxings. I actually play the card game itself. So like if I do any unboxings, I would kind of be coming at it from the perspective of a player and not necessarily just a collector. Because I play the game, like I know how it works. So I'll be looking at cards differently than how like a collector would be. So and they'll also be funny. Like I want to try to like make these like super memey like Pokemon card videos. Like it's not going to be like, "Hey guys, we're going to unbox this Charizard pack." It's going to be like very like it's going to be stupid. All right? That's what I'm trying to say. Like when I do videos, they are stupid. So if I do a Pokemon video, it will be stupid. So if you're interested in maybe seeing that, check out my channel as well. In that case, yeah.
Indeed. What are your thoughts, Raptor? Close us out.
Close this out. Okay, folks, if you're out going to play Baulders Gate, just make sure you ain't playing with the ball that's not there that nobody wants to play with. Have a good one, folks.